Now, Harry Styles, known for his silky voice and his luscious locks, has shaved his head in a move that has sent shockwaves through social media.
But a new poll this week has revealed that 90% of women find bald men attractive. So if you find yourself thinning upstairs, are you better off embracing it, or do you exhaust all means of holding on to those precious strands? We're joined in the studio now by Nick Harding, who's a big fan of the bald look, and barber Ryan McArtney in Dundee, who believes you don't have to give in to thinning hair. Hello to both of you. Nick, I'm going to start with you, and we can see that you are embracing
I'm embracing
the buzz cuts. A la Harry Styles. I mean, is he copying you?
Yeah, well, I had it first, I think.
Yeah.
There will be bald, shaved-headed men all over the country this morning punching the air because we've now got a new totem in Harry Styles, which is fantastic. I think the more of them, before that, we just had, I think, Millie Bobby Brown and Jason Statham. So yeah. It's good to have Harry in our corner.
Right. And just in terms of your own story, you just tell us that. So obviously you realised that you were thinning, you decided to embrace it, you thought, right, I'm taking control.
Well, it took a long time, actually, to accept. I started thinning when I was in my 30s. I've got male pattern baldness, so I get the bad pattern, the one right on the top of the head, which says and once it starts to go, there's very little you can do about it. It's gone. Once it's gone, it's gone. You can't replace it.
And did you try anything?
I tried lots of different, I tried lotions, I tried different kind of powders that you can put on your hair to make it look thinner, but it's just that the inevitability will happen, and it started to go. So during lockdown, actually, when we couldn't get our hair cut, I started to shave my head, and that kind of, there's always a worry when you first start to crop your hair, because you don't know what shape your head is. So when you can see that you haven't got odd-shaped lumps or bumps...
scars and nicks.
Yeah, then it looked OK. So after lockdown, I grew it back, but then I thought, no, do you know what? It's just time to let it go now.
And did it have an impact on your confidence, mental health?
Not necessarily, but it's not a pleasant thing to have. It's not nice going bald. You kind of a full head of hair kind of denotes virility and strength, whereas thinning hair denotes old age and illness. So it does. Yeah, it can affect your self-confidence.
Although quite the contrary, I believe that it's more free testosterone that allows you to go bald. So
Apparently
in fact,
in
fact you're actually far more macho.
But you try telling that to people who call you slaphead,
or anything else.
Let's talk to Ryan McArtney, who's in Dundee for us. And Ryan, you tell us about your hair loss, when it started to occur and how that affected you.
So mine started when I was about 16. I started to notice my hair thinning and receding just at the front and going back the way. And it just continued on until I finally gave up at 23 and shaved it all off. It wasn't great. Yeah, it definitely affected me. I used to wear hats everywhere, even sitting in the house on the couch, I'd still keep my cap on. I just didn't really enjoy being bald, especially at such a young age. All my friends were going out, pubs and things like that. And
I mean, 16 really is very nice. Young, actually, when you describe it like that. We were just looking at some pictures, Ryan, of your head before and after, because tell us about the treatment that you have had to restore your full head of hair.
So I tried lots of things before going down the hair replacement route. I tried minoxidil, laser treatment, went for consultations for transplants. Unfortunately, I was too bald for a transplant almost. Wow. And then, I found a company called the Hair Repair Club. I went down, done some training with them. And as you can see in the photo, that's where I got the hair fitted. And then, I've offered the service now for my clients and myself.
So, I mean, the result is remarkable, actually. You just tell us, so you have a hair piece, which I think was about 650 quid. Talk us through how is that applied? How long do you keep it on for? What do you have to do in terms of maintenance?
So I'll take mine off once every month. I'll clean my scalp, clean the hair piece or hair system and reapply any adhesive to it and just stick it back on and then get a haircut at the back and sides. The hair itself will last around 6 months. So every 6 months, that's when the sort of £650 comes in, you buy another system, we cut it down to size, and you're all good to go for another month until you need to take it off again.
Ryan, I mean, toupees have a really bad reputation, don't they, as being very unconvincing. I mean, this is toupee 2.0 or the 2023 version. What kind of reaction have you had since you had it?
Yeah, it's been great. Some people didn't even notice because I wore a hat for so long. But yeah, it's been really good. Everybody's been really supportive, and now obviously I'm offering this to my clients, and it's just growing and growing.
And you said you offer this service to other people as well. So you've made a real difference to people's lives, haven't you?
Definitely, yeah. I've got people of all ages that are coming in for whether it's just they're receding at the front, we just need to patch that area, or if it's the full head. Yeah, it really is making a difference, especially guys in their sort of mid-20s, if they're looking to get married and things like that. It really does affect them.
And so what do you make of that, Nick, in terms of Ryan's the result there? I mean, it's remarkable.
Amazing. It really is amazing. I've heard of these hair pieces before, and I think particularly for somebody like Ryan who was balding at such a young age, it's a huge thing for a man's confidence, for a young man when you're just starting out with your own self-image to have to go through that. So I think it looks remarkable. You know, I might think about it myself.
Would you really though?
The problem I have with those hair pieces and with hair transplants is that it's a very public. When people know that you're bald, it's a very public thing to then go through. So one day you're bald, and the next day you've got hair, and you've got to explain to everyone you know what's happened.
Well, you could go on holiday, couldn't you? Come back.
You could, and suddenly it's all grown back.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, maybe not for me, but I can really understand why people have that. Yeah, absolutely.
Nick Howding, Ryan McArtney, really good to hear from both of you. Thanks very much indeed for coming and sharing your stories with us today.